welcome back to my channel. Also, if you are new, welcome. Today's video, we have a little bit of everything. I'm literally cleaning, decluttering, organizing spaces that have gotten a little chaotic, taking down Easter decorations, so much stuff going on in today's video. So whatever is on your to-do list, I'm sure this video is going to get you motivated to clean along with me. But I am starting off in the kitchen, just tidying it all up. This was the main area I wanted to focus on, some decluttering and organizing. I've said it before, like, decluttering, organizing, it's not a one and done thing. It takes time, especially when you have a family. Like, it never stays perfect, at least not in my life. I'm sure there are some people that are really good at keeping it, like, to the T all the time. I'm not one of those people. So I wanted to hit some of the areas in my kitchen that have gotten a little chaotic and just give them a good one-over. I also wanted to answer some new baby questions. There's a couple of questions that I got asked like multiple times. So I figured it's always easier to just respond to those most common questions on video. I figure if a lot of people are asking it, there's probably another handful of people that are wondering but not asking. The biggest one is, with grandma being down here now, where is the baby going? Is the baby going to have a nursery? And no. So our plan is, and usually this is how it goes with the kids anyway, the first year they're pretty much in mine and Bobby's room anyway. So that'll still be the situation. I will set up a nice little baby section of our bedroom that the baby will be in. And all of my kids, usually around a year to 18 months, I move out of the crib out of pure fear that they are going to climb out. None of my kids stayed in a crib till 2. They were all out before that. And at that point, the baby will share a room with Freya, just like the boys are sharing a room, unless we have sold this house and bought a new one by that time. But currently, we don't have any plans of selling and buying new, so that is how we have it laid out currently in our head. We have thought all of this through. I actually love the idea of kids sharing bedrooms. I know it's very controversial. Some people are like all for it. Some people are not, like, at all. They believe kids should completely have their own space. But growing up in a family where I shared a room till I was like 16 or 17 years old, I know personally, like, it created such a strong bond between me and my sister when we shared. And Bobby feels the same way. He shared a room with his brother, I believe, until he joined the military and moved out. So yes, that is, I know, one of the most commonly asked questions. Here I am using the Power Paste just to give the stove a quick scrub down. I do love this Power Paste stuff. However, this is the first time I tried my vacuum squeegee on the stove. The only thing I always hate about cleaning the stove is, like, it takes a while to get all the product off. Like, I'm constantly wiping and then rinsing the rag and then wiping. This made it so much easier. It got the majority of it up, and then I was able to just go in and do a quick polish on it. So happy about that. Sometimes I forget to breathe. I'm looking in your eyes. Wish you could see the things I see. And then I'm just spraying it down with the Thieves Cleaner, like I said, just to quickly get the last remaining product off of it and give it a quick, just like, shine and buff. All right, so question number 2. Do we know what we are having, and do we plan on finding out? We do not know. I actually don't get the genetic testing done. Personally, I know it would stress me out so much. And I know during that genetic testing, you can like have them check the gender also. But I know getting the genetic testing wouldn't change anything for us. It wouldn't change our decision. I hear so many stories from friends and family members that have had it done and either had false positives or false negatives that I personally just don't do it. I figure it's unneeded stress on me while I'm pregnant, so I don't get it done. But also, Bobby and I, this will be our fourth and final baby. With all the other kids, we have always found out the gender and knew. And this time, we want it to be a surprise, especially since so much of this pregnancy is going to be planned and whatnot, because it will be a repeat C-section, all of these things. So, like, I won't have the surprise of when baby's coming and things like that. So having the surprise of gender with our last baby, I think is going to be very, very special. Okay, so this is my like utensil drawer. This thing has a little bit of everything in it: pizza cutters, rolling pins, scrapers. And as you can see, it needed a really good cleaning. Like, there was just stuff that has gotten stuck on there. It needed a good vacuuming out. But it also needed to be just organized. So I just wanted to take everything out. This, though, is a great time. Like, people think decluttering that you have to do like this big, massive declutter. You have to be like super strict on yourself, brutal, get rid of everything. To me, like, that's a headache. So if you can take these times when you're just doing a quick reorganization of a space and declutter just a couple things. I got rid of, I want to say, like 2 measuring spoons and a measuring cup because I had duplicates. So nothing crazy. I didn't go over the top insane getting rid of everything, but staying on top of it, and just as you see something like, okay, I have not used this in forever, or I have a duplicate of this or whatever, if you can at that time just take it out, it takes so much of the stress of decluttering off of you. Highly recommend it. To just like when I say deep clean all the time instead of spring cleaning and all this other stuff. Same with decluttering. Instead of like having to do these big crazy declutters, if you're just always decluttering, always have it in your mind of, I put this shirt on, it doesn't fit. So you put it in a donate bag that you have sitting in your closet, or you're cooking and you realize that you have multiple of one item, so you declutter it. That is something that is going to make it where decluttering never feels overwhelming to you. This is another area, is under my sink always gets chaotic, mainly because like I like to keep my most commonly used cleaning items down here. But as time goes on, like I'll use something else and it'll get thrown down here instead of back where I originally grabbed it from. So it just gets crazy every once in a while. Plus, I knew I needed to go in and once again just wipe it out, just from things that have spilt or residue left behind. It's just really nice every once in a while, like I said, instead of being like, okay, the whole kitchen needs to be deep cleaned and organized and all this stuff. Like, I literally just picked 3 areas on this day. I wanted to do my utensil drawer that had all my cooking utensils. I wanted to do under my sink, and you're going to see here in a second, I wanted to do the cabinet to the left of my sink. It's just a skinny little cabinet, but it's gotten a little chaotic. That way it's not overwhelming, but there are areas that need to get done. There's still other areas in the kitchen that needs a quick once-over cleaning, decluttering, and organizing, but it's always better to do a little today than nothing at all. And often we will pick the nothing at all because we feel like if we can't get it all done, why even bother? That mindset can be so like defeating on so many people that if you get in your head that a little today is better than nothing at all, progress over perfection, those type of things, your life is going to be so much less stressful and you're going to get so much more done. Stop worrying about having it perfect and getting it all done, and focus on what you can do now and come back to the rest later. All right, another big question we have been asked. This is not baby related. This is grandma related, but it's been another big question is, 1, how is grandma doing down here? And 2, how is grandma's cats doing with our dogs? So grandma is doing great. She has been just, doing really well. It's actually really fun to watch her and Freya together, because like if grandma needs something, she'll ask Freya, and Freya's like all about it. She'll go and get her cane. She'll go and get whatever she needs. If Freya thinks grandma looks a little cold, Freya's grabbing grandma a blanket and putting it over her lap. Just the cutest thing ever. And now when it comes to the cats, they are still pretty much in grandma's bedroom, except for at night. Then they decide to wander around. I don't think it's just the dogs. I think it's more of just everything. They're used to being in a house with just grandma, and now they're in a house with other animals and other people. I'm expecting it to take a while before they're comfortable with really being around. They will sometimes come out and just like sit on grandma's lap though. Bailey's great with other animals. Like if you watch our family vlog channel, you'll see Bailey's always around our ducks. He's been around cats before. He is amazing. And Minnie is actually afraid of the cats, which is hilarious. The cats are bigger than her, and the first time she saw them, she was terrified. So yes, cats are doing well, but they are definitely scaredy cats, not wanting to come into out of grandma's room. This was that other cabinet I was talking to you about. So this is kind of a miscellaneous cabinet. I keep our sandwich bags, tinfoil, all that type of stuff in here. I also would keep our Element drink packets in here. We love Element. Absolutely love it as a electrolyte drink. It's one of our favorites. But grandma drinks about a pot of coffee every day. So that is why her coffee pot is on the counter, and I wanted to make room so her filters, her coffee, and everything was right there for her. So that was my big reason of getting this reorganized. It's kind of a hodgepodge, like I said, cabinet. But hey, that's what works for us for this cabinet. So just reorganizing it. I'm putting some of the stuff we don't grab for regularly on top. So like I have sticks for making s'mores. That is not something I'm grabbing for on the regular. Plastic silverware we almost never use, so I'm putting that on top. Just anything that's like not regularly grabbed for, that is what I put on my top shelves, because as you can see, I can't reach my top shelves without some sort of step stool. And then the other 2 shelves I can reach, so those are going to be things that we grab for on more of a regular basis. So how many of you guys watched the eclipse yesterday? So we did not. Bobby and I actually have been working in the yard like all day yesterday. And before you guys yell at me, I promise I did not overdo it. We are putting in some garden beds. I've wanted to do stuff to the front of our house now since the day we've moved in, but there's just been so many things that have taken priority, things that I have found to be more important. But finally, we are getting to it, but it is a lot of work. So we didn't actually watch the eclipse, but we were outside during it. But I was finding it funny when I went and got the kids from school, because school doesn't trust the kids not to look. They actually had them lined up like how they would on a rainy day, where they only sent out the kids that cars were there one at a time, which is probably smart. Honestly, that's part of the reason we didn't watch the eclipse, because I don't trust my kids not to take the correct safety protocols. Plus, I have heard from eye doctors that even the safety regulated glasses aren't 100%. So for me, it was not worth taking that chance, for myself, for the kids, for anyone like that, to see the eclipse. However, I will say, and I'm curious, so let me know in the comments below if it's in your culture, and if it is, like, where are you from? I have had so many people tell me that I should not have been outside yesterday because I am pregnant. So many people. So this is the first time I have ever heard that, but let me know in the comments below, like I said, where you're from, if you believe the same thing, because it wasn't just like one area, it was different people that were saying this, and I have never heard that before. So I totally broke that rule, but curious, do you think the same thing when it comes to an eclipse? As you can see, Easter was actually super easy to take down. We did not have a crazy amount of stuff up. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. It filled one bin. Easter compared to our Christmas, as you can tell, is a lot more subtle. But I did want to take it all down and just get it all back to normal and give everything a really good just wipe down and cleaning. All right, so a commonly asked question when it comes to my cleaning products is, what is my multi-purpose spray? So my multi-purpose spray is Pine Sol most of the time. Sometimes Thieves Cleaner. I kind of go between the two of them. And I often get asked if I use the same multi-purpose spray on my wood items. And I do. I use my multi-purpose spray cleaner everywhere. Wood items, stainless steel, all of it. I use it on everything. I do have a wood cleaner, the Method Wood for Good. I love that stuff. Chef's kiss, amazing. But my multi-purpose cleaner I use everywhere. Oh, this is Play-Doh. Play-Doh is the vein of my existence. I hate Play-Doh. And we usually don't have it in our house. But Freya had been asking for Play-Doh for ever, so I got her some little ones for Easter. So if you ever have this issue with Play-Doh, the little scrapers work great for getting it off of your carpeting. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Play-Doh. As you can see, though, this is a bit later, and I'm just in the bedroom tidying up in here because it needed a good just once over. Everything needed a really good once over in this house.
And I couldn't really make you stay, so what to do? I'm just staring at my walls and talking to myself. Now and then I'll try to laugh, but I'll cry a bit as well. I was never any good at being away from you.
So this blanket at the edge of my bed is another often question that gets asked of where I got it. And unfortunately, I didn't get it anywhere. I did not purchase it. My mom actually made Bobby and I this for Christmas this past year. So yes, that is where I got it. It is one of those hand knit, where you like big chunky, do it with your hand type knitting blankets, and she made it for us, and I absolutely love it. I am quickly going through some of the laundry. I am working at getting better with laundry, but I will say on this week, I was very behind. Like, I had washed laundry, but I had not done good about drying and putting it all away. There was so much other stuff like going on that I often was just like washing it, throwing it in baskets, and then throwing it in my room. Like, I did not put it away. Another big thing I have to do though is reorganize our closet. It's not horrendous, but it's definitely not good either. So I need to get in there and just overhaul it. I feel like closets are another area that can easily get overwhelmed. We don't have a tiny closet by any means, but we also do not have like a big walk-in closet. It's one of those, like, it's a great size. We love it, but it's very easy for it to get a little bit chaotic.
Yeah. I don't wanna be the girl, but I kinda need a word. Well, I'm into you.
Oh, another commonly asked baby question, which I think completely forgot to answer in my videos. I think I just mentioned it, but I didn't really answer it, is when baby's due. So baby is due October 15th. As long as everything goes to plan, I will most likely have him right around October 8th. I say him gently. Like I said, I don't know the gender. I know someone's going to pick that up. I just noticed I said him. Okay, funny. I actually feel like it's a girl only because Freya knew I was pregnant before I did, and now she only refers to the baby as a baby sister, which I know she is a little sister, but like she only has brothers. So I feel like if she was going to refer to the baby as anything, I would think she would refer to it as her brother, since that's what she's used to doing.
Just give me a sign if you want a ride. They don't really want to know, so we throw away our phones, go Bonnie and Clyde. We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright. And we don't need the drama, we found our own nirvana. So run away with me tonight.
Into the bathroom. Nothing too crazy in here. This really just needed a quick wipe down. I do also need to get in here and give everything an organization. I actually just kind of organized out the closet in here the other week. But with Grandma moving down here, like you can see, we have an extra hot towel that's hanging on the glass. That one's Grandma's towel. We put it there. That way it's real easy for her to grab when she's in the shower. But we also I want to make like a specific shelf in our closet for Grandma for like her lotions, like her different products that she uses when she does take a shower. So I need to get in here and do a really good figuring out of that one of these days also. Right now it's fine. She has her section. It's all in a little basket, really nice. But I know I can just organize that out a lot better.
And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find something better to hold on to, 'cause we can do anything we want to. And I can't help the feeling that I get when I'm next to you.
I swear, little kids' clothes is so much more tedious to put away than adult clothes. So we do hang 90% of Freya's clothing, and we do that because I had found that when you have little clothes for anywhere from, let's say, newborn to 4 or 5, when it's in drawers, I feel like there's so many clothes that kids don't wear because you can't see them. Like, they stack on top of each other. They're all so little. So I try and hang as much as possible. Now, the nice thing is, for the most part, Freya has dresses. Like, 90% of her wardrobe is dresses. She has some leggings, some shorts, obviously pajamas. But if you watch my channel at all, you know she's usually in some sort of dress, princess dress. She is obsessed with princesses, if you couldn't tell by her bedroom. So I hang up almost all of it. I notice that everything goes through a lot better rotation. But she's also just really picky. Like, if she wants to wear something specific, she wants to wear that. So having it hung up, she can see everything and she can tell me what she wants. And I can just grab it down, and there's no fight of her saying she specifically wanted something else. There are days where I have to veto her decision because she'll want to wear this princess dress and it's cold outside. I'm like, okay, can we please just put on something a little bit warmer today? But luckily, with being down here in Florida, for the most part, her wanting to live in princess dresses works out pretty well.
What you wanna say to me? I just want you to leave so I can get you.
All right, last question that I don't know if it was a question as much as a statement, but a lot of people have brought up me being pregnant with the cats and cleaning up after them. So those cats are Grandma's cats. She handles everything to do with the cats. If it's cleaning their litter box, feeding the cats. I don't honestly want to take those responsibilities away from Grandma for the pure fact of, like, it's what she's been doing for years already. So she's completely capable. And the whole point of her being able to move in with us is to keep her active. Like, best way to stay young is to stay active. So don't worry with being pregnant. I will not be worrying about the cat stuff. And actually, the end of this video is another question I get asked all the time, is my cleaning supplies and cleaning them. I know I often don't show this. I don't know. I don't know why I don't show it. I just really don't often. But I always get questions about it. So my vacuum mop, I clean like this about once a week. So it does have an auto clean system and everything. But I find that it just works better, especially if you have animals. Like, hair can clump up on it, so taking it apart, making sure all the hair is cleaned out of it, and it keeps it from getting any musty, mildewy smell. Doing it this way, it never takes long. Like, it's real quick and easy. I like to take the filter out, give it a quick rinse and clean. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes tops to really give this a good thorough cleaning. About once a week, I'll do that.
Baby, don't you think for a second I will give up without a fight.
All right, and then my vacuum cleaner. So I only do this every couple of months because I love cleaning my vacuum for the fact of it always works like a brand new vacuum when I am done with it. But I hate it because it completely puts it out of commission for a minimum of 24 hours, usually closer to 2 days, because you really, 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 really want to make sure everything is thoroughly dry before using it. So I will take it apart and I will just wipe down all the components. Obviously, you want to be very careful with any components that have a motor in it. But the big thing just being like the dust basin and your filters, giving those a really good wash and rinse. You want to rinse them thoroughly. Like, this is what's going to take the longest amount of time, is cleaning the filters. Like really making sure they are 100% clean. Once you think they are clean them for another 5 minutes. Like you want to make sure you go over them really, really well. But yeah, the only thing I hate about this is it has it out of commission, like I said, for usually 2 days. Sometimes, like if it's a really hot day, because the biggest thing are those filters. I can put the filters outside in the sun, and they'll be good by the next day. But you really do not want to run it if those filters are damp at all. So always make sure that when you are doing this, do it right after you have done a really good vacuuming of your entire house, because you're not going to be able to use this again for a little bit of time. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I answered lots of questions. If you have more questions, let me know in the comments below. I try to get back to as many comments as possible. I will be honest, you guys have been amazing and leaving so many comments lately. I have not been able to keep up, but I do read them all. So I read them all. So even if I don't respond to you, I often like to answer questions like this, where if I see the same one over and over again, do just a big answer. But enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.